Cambodia is considered very Chinese-friendly within ASEAN nations, with its Chinese population reportedly exceeding 1 million. In the capital of Phnom Penh is the world's largest Chinese school. Student enrollment totals 16,000 from kindergarten to high school. The school was originally founded for immigrant Chinese to learn their native language. But recently, Cambodian parents have been enrolling their children to allow them to learn Chinese. Chinese immigrants are said to make up 1/6 of the population in Phnom Penh. Chinese signs can be seen not only at companies, but also at major banks and many other places around town.
캄보디아 시장에는 중국 시장을 개발하지 않고는 살아남을 수 없는 상황이어서
最近中国过来的不少，这几年呢，过来的公司有些涉及诈骗这种行为太厚了。
你简文有大学文凭。英文你也是够了，但是你中文不可以的话，没有的话，他就会你懂中文的就优先。
Chinese companies dominate Cambodia's garment industry, and the real estate industry is bustling with construction. This episode follows the growing influence of the Chinese community in Cambodia.
边的好远，柬埔寨做什么事情都要提前半个小时、1个小时，金边很堵车。
Gao Fung migrated to Cambodia 16 years ago. He now serves as a consultant for Chinese companies here. Today was the Mid-Autumn Harvest Festival, a major Chinese seasonal event. It's a day to celebrate one's family's prosperity under a full moon. Parties organized by Chinese residents were held all over town. Gao attended a party for people from his home of Hebei province. The venue was a Chinese restaurant owned by one of them. Gao's real job is as an accountant, but he mostly gives consultation to clients about B2B problems and negotiations to reduce penalties. Relying on his network of acquaintances, his clients range from individual shops to major corporations with several hundred employees.
各位，利用这次机会。 中秋节大家快乐！而且我们想各自自我介绍一下，咱们新老朋友各自介绍一下，因为没有麦克风。
在这边做烤鸭。
烤鸭就是你的，对，
大宝烤鸭，
大宝烤鸭，
这边人都知道，大宝天天见。
好。
我是达州六店驻柬埔寨的代表，如果家里边有事儿。 哪儿外边有什么信息联系，搞工程的咱们一块儿联系，一块儿发财，啊，好吧？好。
Hebei province is conveniently located neighboring Beijing, so few residents find it necessary to go overseas. Among meetings of Chinese citizens in Cambodia, the group from Hebei province is relatively small. Gao had to leave the party early because a client called and invited him out. His clients can't be ignored. The Hunan Province Commerce Committee has rented out a high-end restaurant for its party. Some old members came to Cambodia soon after the internal conflict ended. and some have even obtained Cambodian citizenship. Hunan Province is known for being where Mao Zedong was raised. But after the reform and door-opening policies, Hunan Province was left behind the economic development enjoyed along the coast. Some who migrated to Cambodia consider it a second home. Many have moved with their entire families and run local businesses. This is a day they are very proud of. Their children spent their summer break studying in Hunan Province, travel costs paid for by the Chinese government, and they return today.
我们也学了中国的文化，老师们也很照顾我们，希望下次还能参加，谢谢。哇，讲得太好了，这个是不是谁帮你把台词？
Some children visited China for the first time.
那女生是有带。
各位亲爱的来宾，各位亲爱的朋友，各位来自川渝商会的精英们，大家晚上好！海上生明月，天涯共此。
The Chongqing Sichuan Province Commerce Committee has grown rapidly in the past few years. The members, mostly entrepreneurs with companies in China who moved to Cambodia a few years ago, saw their businesses expand rapidly, thanks to local firms taking on large-scale projects and real estate development. Many members work with major firms and do things their own way when it comes to negotiation or conducting business. Only a few of the companies have signed contracts with Gao. In central Phnom Penh, Gao's office is located in an apartment complex with mainly Cambodian tenants. He made a conscious decision to hire local staff instead of Chinese to increase jobs for Cambodians, who have few chances at administrative office jobs. Gao began his consulting firm 11 years after he immigrated to Cambodia. Until then, most of the businesses he attempted ended in failure. He once considered going back to China, but the Chinese community in Cambodia supported him in times of difficulty.
这盒月饼啊，
谢谢。
好，中秋节到了啊。
是。
Gao says that his connections with people made him who he is today. While he continued failing, his connections to local people strengthened. He also got to know many Chinese Cambodians, and he decided to form a bridge between the two countries.
像这些你们的客户里面，这几十家客户里面，都是所有的都是华人企业吗？
大部分都是华人企业。有些是与本地人合作，他有华人股份。一般我不会拒绝跟华人的合作，毕竟都是同种同族嘛。而且我们在这里头，在柬埔寨毕竟待的时间比他们要长得多。他们刚出到柬埔寨，人生地不熟，所以说他们都感到两眼茫茫，都想赶快把企业稳定下来，赶快把一些工作稳定下来。他就需要我们这样的公司来帮助他，为他提供一些这个诚信的、可靠的这些服务，我们都能做到。投资商获得投资的利润，这是天经地义。但是你要在柬埔寨投资获得利益，首先你要了解柬埔寨，更重要的要融入柬埔寨。如果说短期行为拉一把挣一把抓一把走，这种情况下，往往容易栽跟头。
Gao believes that seeking profit alone will not be good for companies in the long run. Phnom Penh is enjoying a construction boom. All the buildings covered in green nets are under construction. Many of the buildings have Chinese signs on them. Between January and March 2016, $1.65 billion was invested in corporate construction. That's 3.6 times more than the previous year. Boengkok Lake was once known as the capital's lake. It has since been filled in as part of a development project. In one corner of that site, a Chinese real estate company has begun building a new town. On the compound measuring 190,000 square meters, 18 apartment buildings and several stores will be built on an investment of $1 billion. Each condo will be sold for more than $170,000. That's 170 years' worth of the average annual income in Cambodia. Parks and schools are also being built within the compound. The first stage of construction on the residential buildings is expected to be complete by the end of 2017. Despite this schedule, half of the 1,651 condos have already been sold. This project is being developed by a company called GRED, which has been engaged in joint development of residential and commercial facilities in Beijing, Shanghai, and other cities. Chu Shuqin was chosen to serve as representative of the Cambodian branch of GRED. Chu was given this position because of his experience turning a profit on one of the company's large-scale shopping malls in just a year.
3年前呢，整个这个金边处于叫房地产的地产阶段，就是大家炒地的阶段。那目前呢，现在属于房地产的地产的初级阶段，也就是房产的初级阶段啊。那就是说各种公寓啊、排屋啊、纷纷竖起来。那我们呢，目前呢，现在开发这个叫 One Park 金边1号呢，属于目前跟国内或新加坡大城市高端楼盘相近的一个产品，啊，我们是希望通过这种产品呢，给柬埔寨中产阶级以上人提供一个良好的一个居住环境，改变他们这生活方式、居住方式，这样呢，为到柬埔寨投资的一些国际友人提供一个比较安全、舒适一个生活环境。
Local sales began at the end of 2015. Chinese investors started arriving 6 months ago, even though the company had not advertised in China. The homes combined with commercial facilities and facing the main street have already sold out.
因为刚刚我是在楼上接的，也是个客人，中国的，他是买了10套，他是把他一半自己用，一半投资。我给他改房子了，他要把10套他自己用了5套给打通，他把5套打通掉，5套打通掉，打成1套，有很大有将近50%了，现在也超过50%，成交的就是咱们中国人，而且不是说天天在这儿的这个中国人，就是这个投资。
也是准备在这边购房是吗？
哎，对，我已经买了一套公寓，上次来就买了，今天我带了几个朋友让他们看一看。哦，他们昨天刚从国内过来。
ខ្ញុំហៅបងប្អូនមកទិញហ្នឹងជាប់គ្នា3អូខុនដូពាក្យច្រើនខ្ញុំទិញមកសម្រាប់តែដូចទុកជួលវិញអីអត់ទិញសម្រាប់នៅឯព្រោះនៅខ្ញុំមានផ្ទះនៅស្រួលហើយ
While many skyscrapers are being built with foreign funds, some are being suspended before completion due to the poor management of development firms. In some cases, other foreign firms will buy them and continue construction. But some buildings are being neglected without a buyer in sight, leading to problems. It costs a lot of money to buy uncompleted buildings and continue construction on them. Cambodian companies can rarely afford to do either.
最近，中国过来了不少。这几年呢，过来的公司有些涉及诈骗，你看这个逮捕了46名涉及电信诈骗的这个中国台湾的诈骗犯，这些都无法想，这些人都是真是不可能想象他们这样去做，这种利用这种现代科学技术手段去诈骗。这种人很可恶，有损于中国人的形象。特别是现在中国人走出来，他们也走出来，但是他们走出来犯罪，不遵守当地的法律，做一些违法犯罪的行为，这种行为太可恶。
Most companies Gao Feng signs contracts with are garment firms, which are the engines of Cambodia's economic growth.
那这些工厂遍布柬埔寨和这个全国，你都亲自开车过去啊？
是的，都要去。有去棒训港，有去巴育、巴洼、财增、茶礁，还有这个石居、棒针、贡布，辛苦，很辛苦。要开车，而且一走有时候。稍微远的一天都回不来要去1-2天。他还有一些问题啊，或者有些对柬埔寨想了解情况，他就看看你，就说你能不能来一趟？好久不见了，来一趟。我们正好，我们有时候就是专程跑一趟。
Gao visited a garment factory that makes clothes for U.S. and European manufacturers. Tax audits have become tougher this year, and there are many penalties. Today, Gao delivered some tax documents.
我把这个上个月的税务报表送给你啊，拿过来了。还有这个这个月的报税的这个写完了是吧？都写完了是吗？对，写完了，对。确认的，还有一个纳税证明说明书。上回咱们审计已经进行完了。
Cambodia has enjoyed strong economic growth since the mid-1990s, supported by the garment industry, which comprises 80% of exports. But recently, the minimum wage has more than tripled compared to 20 years ago, due to frequent strikes seeking higher wages. The effect is devastating for foreign firms that came to Cambodia relying on cheap labor. As of September, 122 out of 640 factories have closed down this year.
前面就有一家公司，原来也是我的客户。这个老板跑走了，还欠我点这个工资和这个房租税啊，还税款，我帮他垫付的税款。
一共欠多少钱？
几千块钱呢。他欠工人的工资都还没有发够呢，现在公司这个工厂已经被政府拍卖了。拍卖的这个钱还不够工人的工资呢。就这家工厂。
Among some foreign firms that collapse, the management just runs back to their home countries. Gao has fallen victim as well. He helped a client who was struggling and trusted them because they were also Chinese, but now he can't get in touch with them. Gao is meeting with a company president who always relies on him for consultation. The president files his own taxes in order to reduce costs.
刚才我那个给你
去税务局是吧？
啊，
你去税务局了？
对呀，我2万块钱要把票给我开始了，我给他。
不是那个做法。
但是他这个卫生也不是我介绍的，他那是通过青岛。
His company was caught for failing to report some income and was penalized. But he's not content with the tax office's reason or the amount.
他这个是今年的气候不同，要考虑到明年江选和大选。为什么要这收你这1万块钱干嘛？税平时都交了，还收你这1万块钱，他。
但是现在好多人都说柬埔寨税法不完整，空隙太大。
柬埔寨不能说我们理解它，柬埔寨税法，它是完整体系。我是学法律的，我第3个学历是学法律的。完善，他以前没有执行，以前给点小费，以前连工资税都不交，给点小费就完。
但是
当时我也是叫他去。
我这次给我补1万多的税，他怎么补？什么理由给我补1万多？我哪里出？当然我给算一下啊，我把这15办1年半的，全部给他补上，我不是交600包600吗？前面差400，也就是补4000多，再要罚我10%罚款，就是滞纳金啊。工资得罚
10%的罚款，现在没有，都在20%、25%。我跟小李说，我们一屁股是要作证的。我们要是坐在公司立场上，我们是要谈到我们认为可以接受了，我们才叫公司去谈，你才去谈。
别有人地方不合理的乱，我们也不行。
The high penalty is a harsh one, but a straightforward negotiation wouldn't help. So Gao decided to play the intermediary.
你一个新来乍到的，你怎么能够了解柬埔寨的法律呢？你对柬埔寨的习惯做法，你从哪来呢？对不对？你没有拜师学艺，或者说你没有在柬埔寨，我们的经验很多经验都是拿血的教训，都是拿钱买来的，都是血的教训，出血都是这个非常被处罚。为什么被处罚？有些被罚都不明白。柬埔寨的做法就是这样，他税关都是抽查的。 公司也是抽查的，所以说这个，我们是以不变应万变。
In late September, an event was held for Asian companies. Over 200 companies hoping to break into the Cambodian market participated. The meeting is intended for companies to showcase their products and deepen cooperative ties. It was organized by a young Chinese man who migrated to Cambodia.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. As I know now is a heavy raining outside, and you also come to join our event. We are very happy to see that. Thank you so much.
Liu Hongfei issues a free newspaper in print and online for Chinese people living in Cambodia. He is from Shandong province, but doesn't take part in commerce meetings for people from his hometown. He's attempting to create a new organization that goes beyond nationalities.
왜냐하면 이제 캄보디아 시장은 어떻게 보면 외국인 투자자들에 의해서 성장하고 있는 나라입니다. 그 중에서 중국 투자자 역할이 어떻게 보면 가장 크다고 지금 볼 수가 있고요. 그래서 이제 앞으로 발전할 부분은 지금은 이제 부동산 쪽에 투자가 많은데 앞으로는 다른 산업에 대한 투자들도 더 늘어날 것으로 저희는 예상을 하고 있고요.
やはり日本人マーケットというのは非常に小さい国になりますので、やはりその10倍のマーケットがある韓国マーケット、あるいはさらにその10倍、日本の100倍ある中国マーケットも含めて、いわゆる国籍を超えて、やっていきたいなというふうに思っております。
យើងអាចនិយាយថាការចូលរួម event បែបនេះអាចផ្ដល់ឱកាសឲ្យយើងបានបង្កើត network ជាមួយនឹងជនជាតិបរទេសហើយក៏អាចធ្វើឲ្យ brand របស់យើងល្បីស្គាល់ទៅដល់បរទេសអន្តរជាតិដែរអាហ្នឹងយើងអាចនិយាយថាយើងអាចទទួលបានផលប្រយោជន៍ពី event នឹងបានដូចគ្នា
Liu aims to create a network that connects all of Asia.
因为我们已经来到柬埔寨，已经走出国门了，不应该封闭在自己华人的一个圈子里面。我们现在尝试的跟日本、韩国去接触，那下一步我们肯定也会跟欧美的这种团体或组织去接触。我们可以做一个国际性的大型的交流会，自身的能力也好，或者一些比较新的一些服务产品也好，怎么样去创业，用比较小的成本做比较大的事情。这是我觉得新一代华人创业和老一代华人创业不太一样的地方。如果可以在柬埔寨做得成功的话，我们也挺想把这种模式可以复制到老挝、泰国或者越南更大市场的这种东南亚市场。
The Chinese businessmen active in Cambodia are gaining considerable influence. On this day, Gao Feng attended a party hosted by the royal family for volunteers and people who contribute to public works. Gao was invited for his contribution to a sport he engaged in as a hobby.
我们商量，我们要赞助柬埔寨的青少年的3人篮球锦标赛，这个全程冠名由艾文和我们来冠名。那么我们把这个活动把它办好。那么我们还有一些推动柬埔寨少年篮球活动这样的事情，我们要联手去做，把它做好。
Gao moved to Cambodia 16 years ago in search of business opportunities. He has now begun to think of what he can do for the country. The Chinese community is deeply rooted in Cambodia. How does the money and culture they bring change or guide the country? As in other rapidly changing Southeast Asian nations, their presence grows steadily.